The half-life of Xanax is about 11.2 hours. So how long after taking the pill is there only 30% remaining? And if you want, you could actually go to part B first. If there's an initial dose of 2 milligrams, write a formula that gives the amount of Xanax as a function of hours. So let's start with B. We have an initial amount of 2. Now here's the nice thing. It's got a half-life of 11.2 hours. So I'm going to make the base of my exponential function a 1/2. And if my t were 11.2 hour units, this would be fine, but we want to go in 1 hour units. So all we have to do is divide that t by 11.2. So there is the formula for part B. Now, if we want to solve part A, we want to know when there's 30% left. Well, let's just make it easy on ourselves. Let's just say we start with 1 milligram to the t over 11.2. We want to know when there's 30% of that left. So we want to know when this is 0.3 because that's 30% of 1. We could do it with 2. It would have been 0.6 over here, 30% of 2. You could do it with any number over here and just find 30% of it, put it over here. This just saves me the step of division. I like doing this one with doing ln of both sides. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and use my 1 to make my ln, because now this will pull out front. So I have an ln of 0.3 equals t over 11.2 ln of 1/2. And now I'm going to solve for t and put it onto my calculator at once. I think that keeps everything a little more exact. I can divide both sides by ln of 1/2. That gets rid of those, and I need to get the 11.2, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 11.2. And that will give me my t in hours, because we did this whole thing in hours. So let's go ahead and calculate this. We have 11.2 times ln of 3 divided by ln of 1/2, or you could put in 0.5. Oh, and excuse me, 0.3. I said 0.3 and I didn't put in 0.3. Now notice I got a negative answer. Does make sense in this context, so I knew I had a mistake in there. Very easy fix. So we get t is about 19.45 hours. Don't forget your units.